This podcast may contain adult material. Mature audiences only, please.
Hey, welcome back to Me and Mrs. Always Right. I am your host, Me.
Are ya sure? But I'm Mrs. Always Right.
Coming to you live from that little trailer park in Nameless, Texas. I think it should have been Voiceless.
Yeah, you know what? We should have looked to see if we could move to Voiceless. I don't know if there is one, but there really is a Nameless.
There is.
And it's in what, Travis County?
Travis County.
So, wow.
So first, let me apologize for the way I sound.
Apparently he was eating frogs or frog legs or something.
The power host is going to have to do most of the talking today.
But you sound like shit.
I just... Well, we've moved on. Number one, happy anniversary, baby. It's our 1 year podcast anniversary.
I thought that was closer to the end of the month, though.
It was actually the 9th, but we don't
9th?
release,
Really?
on the 9th. So
okay. It really was the 9th. I was thinking it was closer to the 30th.
Nope.
Wow, that's fucking awesome. I didn't get us a cake. I'm sorry.
I know. I was supposed to say I should have got you a cake. But... So I apologize for my voice. We were out at the bar last night, and it was really loud in there. And I talk a lot.
Yes, you do.
Apparently, I have to raise my voice to talk.
Yes. Especially the more beer you get in you raise it louder and louder. But it was loud in there, and you basically have to yell to everybody in there.
And my friends, while they are excellent friends, they're horrible beer friends. I mean, bar friends.
How do you figure?
Because we go in and we go easy and we start on, and somebody starts buying shots and then everybody buys shots and then you're having shots.
I wouldn't call that terrible, though.
No.
So, maybe you need to rephrase.
It's terribly good.
There you go. You have terribly good bar friends.
Terribly good bar friends. You start, and it's like before you know it, you've had 13 shots. Did you clear your throat?
I did.
Wow.
Actually, I didn't, but there, I did.
You start off, and then before you know it, you've had 13 shots in like 15 minutes. We kill them, and it really is a horrible way to die. And then you have to come back to life in the morning.
It takes you about half the day to even start halfway functioning. So I'm just saying. I tell you what, I don't mind going to the bar and stuff, but I was a little pissed off after the bar thing. I got a little pissed off because normally when we leave the bar, we go to a fast food establishment to get tacos and egg rolls.
Well, just FYI for those not in Texas or have a Jack in the Box around them.
Yes.
Nothing soaks up alcohol like Jack in the Box tacos.
Okay. I don't know if it soaks it up, but it's good. It's good. So we go to Jack in the Box last night after we leave the bar and pull up through the drive-thru because, of course, it is late and we know the drive-thru is the only thing open. And the guy proceeds to tell us, we're sorry for any inconvenience, but we're closed.
So we tried to move on down the road.
So we get to closer to our house and go to the Jack in the Box there. And guess what?
They just flat ass out blocked the damn drive-thru.
They're fucking closed too. But now before we ever went to the bar, we did go to an establishment to get tacos and things like that. And their lobby was closed.
That was yesterday. That was today.
That was yesterday.
It was.
Yes. And
I'm sorry, I've drinking a whole day away and I don't know where it went.
So we go to this establishment first off, and the lobby's closed. We can't go in and eat. We have to go through the drive-thru and bring it home, which really doesn't hurt my feelings. It's fine. I'm good with it. I don't care. And I told you at the time, I said, probably they can't get enough workers to come in.
Yep.
And that's exactly what the guy at the window told us. And I'm just assuming the way he talked, he was probably the manager or something like that. And he's like, yeah, it's not like we don't have enough employees. We just can't get them to show up. So then the fiasco after the fact last night after the bar to Jack in the Box, same thing. That's what I'm figuring happens. But I bet kind of what it all boils down to is these people figure that they can make more money setting their lazy asses at home, mooching off the fucking government instead of getting a job. So what I say, if any public figures are listening,
you hear that?
If you offer all this extra money to people who actually go to their fucking job and show up every day like we do, if you offer that extra money, then I fucking guarantee you people will come to work.
That's right. Instead of unemployment benefits, employment benefits.
That's exactly the way it should be. Who keeps the country and the places going? People that go to fucking work. Reward them for going to fucking work. That it just chaps my fucking ass.
I can tell, baby.
I'm pissed about it.
You need some chapstick? Ass chapstick?
Maybe because 3 times in one day we go to a place and can't get anything that we want, or we can't go in and enjoy what we want because people don't fucking go to work.
Well, and people have that big box store mentality now where they're training you to do your own checkout.
Oh, and fuck that shit. So we go to fucking Walmart. I hope you're listening today. And I'm expecting a W-2 or a 1099 at the end of the year because now when you go, everything is self-checkout. Well, guess what? You didn't train me how to self-checkout. I mean, I do it, and I don't take things, but I bet there are people who do, and that's what you fucking get.
Well, they're not trained properly to check out, so how can you blame them?
Exactly. So now you're not having to pay all these people who lost their jobs, apparently, because that you don't have checkers. Not that you fucking had checkers anyway, but start lowering your prices. You're saving fucking tons of money because you don't have anybody checking anybody else out. We're doing it ourselves.
So in reality, and let's look at this. Sorry, we're changing the show temporarily for the next 15 minutes to me and Mrs. Always Pissed Off. So I'm
That's good. I like that today.
You like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the last 2 days, I've been nothing but pissed off. One thing or another.
Anger warning coming. I'm just letting you know.
I'm sorry.
So she's turning into She-Hulk over here.
It pisses me off. It really, really does. It really does.
Let's look at the other side of the coin, okay?
Okay.
So
okay.
Instead of Walmart employing at that time, let's just say they had 10 checkers.
Okay. Only 2 work and the other.
No. Let's just say because that line was to the back of the store.
Oh, damn near. Yes.
That was
to the back. And that's bullshit.
That was like the longest. But they have 30 self-checkouts.
Yes.
All right. And a couple of...
Maybe more than 30 self-checkouts.
That store has a lot.
A lot.
But so now instead of 10 people checking you out, you got 30 plus registers going all the time. It should be faster is all I'm saying.
You would think that it would be faster, but it's not because these people... They don't know how to do it. They don't, and I'm not saying they don't work in grocery stores or something. Maybe some people do, and they know how to ring stuff up and bag stuff and, re-put it back in their buggies and everything like that. But you don't have the table space to take everything off like you did when other people were checking you out. Yeah. They had that conveyor belt that you just put everything on, and so your cart was empty. You pushed it to the front, and you just started putting it back in. Now you don't have that on this self-checkout bullshit. You have to take out a few things, ring it up, put it in a bag, put it back in your cart, take out a few more things. It's just back and forth, which takes up more time.
And people aren't as fast on looking up stuff like produce.
Exactly.
No, I mean, I get where you're coming from. A lot of people think that there's unemployed cashiers, but those, if you think about it, those 30 self-checkouts create tech jobs, right? They create higher paying jobs. You got to be able to service them. You got to be able to build them, people to work on them. I mean,
okay, I get that, but do you think Joe Blow next door to us in this trailer
He's cooking meth. He's not working.
Exactly. Who had a job checking out at Walmart because that's about the only thing he could get because he had no trade skills. Okay, now he no longer has that job. He can't be a tech because he done methed his fucking brain out and can't do it anyway. So now what's he doing? He's sitting, he's doing meth, and he's fucking drawing unemployment with bonuses, with fucking bonuses. And why should he have to fucking work? Hell no. And then they just keep extending it and keep extending it. No, extend it to the people who help make the country go.
You okay?
No.
Do you need some oxygen?
I need something. Where's your fucking beer? No,
God, that seltzer, that hard seltzer It was in the fridge.
So
I bought it to try it, and I fucked up buying a 12-pack is all I'm telling you, because that's awful.
If you like the seltzer water, you will like that seltzer beer. I don't like the seltzer water, and I definitely don't like the seltzer beer, and I did try it once out of the ones that you got.
No, I don't blame you for that.
I took like 2 sips, and it's supposed to be flavored like watermelon or some shit. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty good. I could probably deal with that, right? You couldn't taste whatever flavor it was supposed to be. It was just like, too many bubbles and gross. And I poured the whole thing down the drain. I could not.
That's what I had to do to that one I just had. I can't.
It's gross. So if you don't like seltzer of any kind, don't buy that seltzer bullshit beer, because it's disgusting. Anyway, yeah. So I just been pissed off all weekend. So that was our yesterday. But today we go to Walmart, and that's, we deal with all that fucking bullshit self-checkout, and you got, probably 80, 90 people in a 30 checkout station. So the line is very, very long, and we're going for one thing. We go directly to our one thing. We pick it up. Luckily, we can check out in a different place. We don't have to check out front with all the bullshit. And, it just pisses me off because it's just so busy and just everything else. But then another thing that pissed me off, right? We order.
You mean something else pissed you off?
Can you believe it? I've been pissed off all fucking weekend.
When you're done telling the story, I'm going to tell the way you acted. I'm like, God. So I thought you were going to kill somebody.
I was fucking pissed.
Tell your story so I can finish this up.
You're like, hey, why don't we go ahead and get some wings or something like that? Just get some protein in us. Well, I haven't felt good anyway, because my knee fucking hurts. But anyway, that's beside the point, and I'm not even gonna get into it. But my knee. But I'm still full from the food that we had gotten before we went to the bar yesterday. And this is like 24 hours later, and I'm still full. And I'm like, damn, I can't think of food. But we do some things that you had on the book. So we go do those things, and we come back. We
basically had to rearrange my entire room.
Right. Because you got a new desk.
Yes.
So we do that, and I don't mind. And I said something about the wings, and you're like, oh, yeah, I forgot we were going to have wings. So I call. Well, first of all, I try to do an order online, and I get to it, and then I'm trying to add something to the order that I'm getting, something for you specific, because you like wings bone in.
I do.
So, because they're just basically chicken nuggets without
boneless
the bone.
Wings or chicken nuggets. That's all they are.
Or tenders or whatever. I get it. I do get it. So I try to add them, and it will not add them for whatever reason. So I end up calling. I make the order, and they're like, okay, that'll be 15, 20 minutes. Okay, not a big deal. I got a couple of things I can do around here. The place is 8, 9 minutes away.
Yeah.
Not far. So I get up there, the order's ready. The lady, says, okay, well, it's going to be this much. This is what you had. She read everything back, and I'm like, yes, that's it. I pay for the order. I come home, start taking it out, and the add-on that she even read back to me and it's on the receipt is not in there. So I call the store back and then I'm on fucking hold. No, you answered on the second fucking ring when I called to place the order, and now I'm on fucking hold. Oh, hell no. I was pissed.
So tell me, I don't even know what happened when you went back up there. Tell me.
So I call and I'm on fucking hold. I'm like, oh, hell no. The longer I waited, the madder I got.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. And I felt bad about it. But you know what? You read the order to me. You should have fucking known what was in the supposed to be in the sack that wasn't. So I leave to go back up there. I'm almost halfway there before they fucking answer the phone. So I am absolutely fucking livid. And she's like, phone number. And I'm like, I'm going to tell you the phone number. So I tell her my phone number. And I'm like, my name is blah, blah, blah. I just placed an order, just picked it up, got home. This wasn't in there. And she's like, would you want us to refund your money or do you want to come in and get it? And I'm like, I'm on my way to pick it up now. She's like, yes, ma'am.
She's thinking, all right, Karen.
That's exactly what she's thinking. And I know I can't say it's not her fault because she should have double checked.
Yes.
I feel because she read that on the bag, on the receipt, she should have double checked to make sure everything was in there, and she didn't. Maybe that's somebody else's job. I don't know, but I was pissed about it. So I go back, I walk in the door, and one girl says, "Is this pickup or what'd she say? Is this?" You want to place an order or pick up? And I'm like, pick up. And then the little girl that had checked me out before come up there and she's like, oh, is that an order for? And I'm like, yes. And she's like, here you go. I'm so sorry.
At least she apologized.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I wasn't rude or snotty to them, but I was mad about it. I was mad because now I had to make 2 trips for something that should have just taken me 1. And all these people, they have no fucking common sense to double check. Don't just rely on somebody else to do the job. Make sure that it's done correctly. And if you can't do that, you don't fucking deserve $15 fucking an hour. What the fuck? Do you know how long it took me to get to $15 an hour? Years at a job, years. And I fucking worked hard at it.
No, I know. Me too. My
So,
first
what the fuck?
Was paying $3.30 an hour.
I got like $1.80. No, it wasn't even $1.85. I think it was $1.65 a fucking hour. My first job. And
well, I mean, you are
fucking
considerably older than me. I think they paid in stone back then, right?
I think it was like rocks or pebbles or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh, shit.
Now that I think about it, just like pissed off bullshit that's been going on. Maybe I did something wrong in my life because it's the devil tested me. That's
that devil withholding them wings.
I'm telling you. So, but I just happen to think, so we quit going to an establishment that serves
I was about to bring that up.
Because
I was going to bring up that this entire week,
yes,
with the steak establishment,
yes,
the sundae, the ice cream.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? That's why I feel maybe there's something I need to do to counteract the karma juju bullshit that's happening to me. Now, I'm not sucking your dick. That has nothing to do with it.
It'd help.
I sucked your dick last week, and look, it still hadn't gotten me anything. So come on.
It got me something.
Yeah. Well, from now on, you fucking go. You make the orders. You pick them up because ice cream was fucked up. You know, steaks, it was shit. The service was absolute fucking shit. And I will never return to that establishment at all.
So we get there, and it's about 10 minutes before we're even greeted. I mean, not greeted. We were sat down. And then we sat at the table for about 10 minutes before somebody came over. And it was the hostess, not the waitress.
Yes.
And she took care of our drinks.
Yes.
And she apologized for the wait. And I think she was being as nice as she could.
She was. Absolutely.
And then she came and took the order, didn't she?
She did.
And then she brought the order out, didn't she?
She did.
And then the waitress comes over and's like,
I just want to make sure somebody else took your order. Bitch, we've already fucking ordered, got our food, and not only she did not just take our order, there were other people that she did the same way. Exactly. And she doesn't probably get paid near as much or get any part of the tip share bullshit that these waitresses do, which are not fucking waitresses because they can only handle 3 fucking tables at a time. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell?
Back in Mama's day.
Oh, dude. The section we were sitting in had 8 tables in it?
Yeah.
The section that I worked at. To be
fair, she had a big group of people.
Then she should have got somebody to another waitress to take over her tables, or B, have another waitress help her with the big tables and split with them.
I actually also put some blame on the manager because the manager should have. If there was 8 extra, so let's just say 7 more tables.
Yeah.
And she had that big group.
Yeah.
You have 3 other waitresses there. It's like, hey, you take 2 tables, you take 2 tables, and you take 2 tables, and let's get through this rush.
Exactly.
That's what I would have done as a manager.
But she didn't. She's like, oh, well, they can only handle 3 tables at a time. Excuse me? Bitch, if I did not have sandals on, I could get up and probably take care of everybody that was in that fucking establishment at that time by myself, and everybody would have been happy. Nobody would have went out without drinks for a while. Nobody, you might have had to wait about 3 or 4 minutes before I came and took your order, but I could have handled it my fucking self right now today, and I'm fucking old.
Even with your bum knee?
Even with my bum knee. I'm telling you right now.
Man.
Nobody, people don't have the work ethic that they used to. They don't. They absolutely don't. You know why?
Technology?
No. Because
Mama's not whooping that ass?
Well, that could be part of it. I don't know. But it's because you only have to do. No, fucking make them work for their money.
Yeah, in all honesty, growing up, we didn't get a trophy just for trying.
No.
We got a trophy for only if we won.
Yes.
Right.
Or maybe even second place.
Yes.
Don't give everybody a fucking trophy just because they were trying.
The participation trophy has ruined the world.
Absolutely.
Oh, you showed up here.
You can have a trophy that's almost as big as, or all of them, they're the same size. They're not even one's bigger than the other or anything like that. They're all the fucking same size. Well, you know what? Exactly. So why should I try? If I'm going to get rewarded anyway, why should I even fucking try? You see what I'm saying?
Did y'all have field days at your elementary school?
Yes, we did.
So
yes, we did.
Let's get in the Wayback Machine and let's crank it all the way back to about first grade, okay?
Okay.
I'm in, they're having a field day.
Yes.
And I race, a running race.
Uh-huh.
And I won actually a first place ribbon, not a trophy.
Nice. Yeah, we had ribbons too, and they only went to like third place.
It was a blue ribbon, which eventually turned purple because it hung on my great grandma's wall up until she died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I remember going as a kid, and she was so proud of that day, and that made me proud, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I earned that fucking ribbon.
You tried hard for it. Exactly.
I ran like the wind.
Oh, run, Forrest, run. No, I get it. I absolutely get it. But now nobody has to try for anything and everybody gets the same fucking reward. So, I mean, nobody wants to do anything, which is bullshit.
When I was in Little League Baseball,
uh-huh.
We won. We got pizza. We lost. We got the extra practice the next week.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I get it. When my kids were little, same thing. I mean, they had field days at school, and they played t-ball and volleyball, and they played sports and stuff like that. But yeah, if you didn't win, guess what? You just practice fucking harder. That's the way it should be. If you want to be the best,
Timmy's feelings are hurt.
Well, you know what? Little Timmy should just buck up.
No offense to anyone named Timmy out there.
Sorry. We don't want to hurt your feelings. And if we do, I don't really care. I don't care. I've been so pissed off the last couple of weeks that it's not even funny. But the good thing is, hopefully, we got a good, nice weekend coming up.
Yes, we do. With lots of titties.
Titties and beer. It's titties and beer.
I did hear that there's a relatively, small dick to tit ratio. So you might get to look at something too.
Titties, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I understand from what I hear, there's probably more dick than there is titties. But since titties are 2 and dicks are only 1, then, it probably kind of levels out.
So we're going to Rednecks with Paychecks next weekend.
Yeah, and we definitely are redneck, but
we don't got a paycheck.
No, ain't no fucking paycheck here because it goes to fucking bills.
How about we start Rednecks on a budget? Rednecks on food stamps.
Hey, there you go. Oh my God. I tell you what, people with food stamps probably got more shit than I do. They got fucking nails every fucking week and nice vehicles, nice bling bling cell phones. Mm-hmm. And why?
It takes all kinds. Look,
because they don't do anything.
I thought we were not going to become a political podcast.
We're not becoming political. I'm just saying how I'm pissed off that nobody wants to fucking earn anything. And I think what really started the whole thing off for me being pissed off about everything is somebody wants to fucking steal from me. That's what really I think has turned me around. I try to give everybody in this world a second chance, and look, I that's try
no bullshit.
To,
you do. You really do.
I try to, make everybody feel the same and nobody feel left out and do for people, I'm going to hand the bum a couple of dollars if I have it or whatever, because he's down on his luck or whatever, but now I'm to the point, fucking get a job. I've seen you out here on your fucking cell phone. If you got a cell phone, you should not be fucking bumming off the street.
I agree with that one.
And I have seen it myself.
Out there with it too.
And I'm like,
I know who we're talking about.
Yes.
Because he's out there every day.
Every day. Guess what? I no longer give him money because if
Did you give him money to begin with?
I'm not going to say that I've never given a handout to the guy. But you know what? And some other people who happen to bum at the corners and stuff like that, if you offer them food because, they're so down on the luck, they don't want it. You offer them a job, hey, you come mow my yard, I'll pay you. They don't want it. They want the fucking cash. And I can remember 2020, I think it was 2020, and this was probably early 80s, maybe early 90s. It was between, I would say, 85 and 95. I seen this thing, I want to say on 2020, about a guy
the show, not the year.
Right.
Okay.
The show. A guy who was bumming, I want to say it was like California or somewhere like that, right? So he left his beautiful, very prestigious house every fucking day in a suit. He drove a nice car. His bills were paid. His wife didn't work. His children had everything. He left us every day in a suit. He drove to a parking garage. He changed his clothes. He bummed off the street. And you know what? This man made over 6 figures a fucking year.
I don't doubt
bumming.
I don't doubt it.
Bumming. When he was done with his day, he'd put his suit back on, go back home. His wife never fucking knew. Are you fucking kidding me? You're making 6 figures being a fucking bum? That pissed me off then. And I've always kind of kept that in the back of my mind when I see bums. First thing I look at are their shoes.
Is it really?
Absolutely. Because you can tell a lot about a man by his shoes. I'm telling you right now. Right now. because people are not.
If these people really wanted help,
they would try.
You would get into a program, a homeless shelter, and look. I mean, if you want to work, there's jobs out there, and yes, you may have to start at the bottom, and yes, it's probably not as much money as you want to make.
Right. But you got to start somewhere.
Start climbing that
ladder. Something is better than nothing.
Start climbing that ladder.
Yep. Something is better than nothing. Absolutely.
I agree.
But yes, I mean, I used to feel sorry for the guy, and he looks a little rough or whatever. But yeah, first time I seen him on his cell phone, I'm like, nope. I don't even care if it's one of those pay by the month things or whatever. Nope. I'm done.
If you can afford a cell phone,
yep,
you don't need to be out there bumming.
I agree.
Nope, I feel you.
Yeah.
Because you're just, not only is my tax dollars going to programs like this.
Exactly. Trying to help people out.
And these guys, they don't got to file taxes on this month. This is free.
No, this is cash money.
It's free money.
Free money. Yep. Absolutely free money. And I wonder how much free money he's getting.
No,
maybe he's getting some kind of I would feel so bad if I had to go somewhere and stand and beg somebody for money.
I mean, is he really? Yeah, I guess because he walks down there and he does the whole.
Oh yeah, he's like, feed me, but you offer the man food, he ain't about it. He'll take it, but he's not going to eat it.
Right.
He's not going to eat it.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I've been pissed off, but
you feel better now?
No, I'm still pissed off.
I thought you were going to be able to rant.
I mean, I ranted, but I guarantee you nothing's changed. I still have to fucking check myself out at Walmart. People making $15 an hour at very, very entry level jobs. $15 an hour that I way back in the day had to get extra schooling to make that money.
I mean, I've worked 2 jobs before, I mean.
Oh, no, I get it.
Where I didn't have a day off. I worked weekends at one place and during the week at one place.
I done that for 2 years, remember? Yep. I mean, 2 years. 2 years I worked 2 jobs. One was Monday through Friday and the other one was Saturday and Sunday. So I worked 7 days a week for 2 years to pay some bills that I had. It's not that fucking hard.
I mean, it's hard, but it's doable.
Exactly. It is very doable.
If you want to do it.
If you're determined enough, you can do it. Yes, absolutely.
Well, thanks for listening to... No. Thanks for listening to her just scream
today.
and yell. And,
I know.
I mean, it was funny to me. Oh, I was going to tell you before we end here.
Tell me.
I was going to call them up there because you were on the way and how pissed you were. I was going to be like, she might kill one of y'all. So I'm just, heads up. Red flag.
I try not to take my anger out on other people because let's say I come to your establishment and you're not fulfilling your end of the bargain, but somebody else does. I'm not going to take it out on somebody else when it was your responsibility.
And we did go out of our way to cash tip the hostess.
Absolutely.
Because she did the work.
She did the work. And when I went back in to give her that money, she was actually bussing a table.
Oh, yeah?
She is not a bus boy either. She is not a waitress.
Well, I mean, she's a bus girl.
Well, bus person. She's not a bus person. Her job is to seat and greet the people. Have a nice day. Glad you came in. Would you like to sit at the bar? Do you want a table or a booth? How many in your party? That's her job. That's what she was hired specifically for. Yeah. Not to, this girl has got 2 big tables, whatever, and big tables. One of them had 6 people and 2 of them were children.
Dang. Who feeds kids?
My thing is, no. Well,
I love you.
I love you.
And I'm sorry it's been such a bad week.
It is.
You're right. This shit really all started when they stole my truck.
It really did. It really, really did.
So if you have any questions, comments, or if you really, really, really want to complain about this episode, we get it. Send those to Trevor at meandmrsalwaysright@gmail.com.
You can also find us at Me and Mrs. Always Right on Facebook or Instagram.
I love how you did your sweet voice on that one. That was pretty good.
And, you know, I mean, I don't mean to to be nasty to everybody. I don't want to be. I don't want to be. I don't.
Well, help us out so we don't got to go stand on a street corner.
Exactly. Just give us free money.
Yeah. Become a Patreon at Me and Mrs. Always Right at patreon.com, where you get pre and post show content with unedited episodes.
Yes.
And I do apologize about my voice. I tried to shut up and just let her rant.
And I did rant, and I'm sorry we were not funny this week or anything like that.
I was cracking up, but I can see
it just irritates me.
I can tell.
And I promise you, I'm not the only one that feels like that. I'm not.
I'm so seriously, if you give me a blowjob, you will feel much better.
I will, or you'll feel better.
I mean, tomato.
Tomato, cabbage, whatever. It's all the same.
Around here,
right?
It's all the same level.
Same level.
I love you, baby.
I love you too, honey.
All right, bye.
Bye.